Monday morning to you lovely folks, our DBS viewing family. I hope you had a remarkable weekend and you're ready to face off another remarkable week with us right here on DBS. Let's see what Kendall has as part of the headlines update, and we'll be back.
A very good morning to you. My name is Timothy Polion. Time now for the news. The retrial hearing for entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused has been extended for an additional day. The matter was expected to conclude on Friday. However, the proceeding will now roll over into a sixth day on Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, when the Court of Appeal will hear the Crown's concluding arguments. In concluding the fifth day of the hearing on Friday, Justice Martha MacDonald Bishop declared that the hardest part in the matter is yet to come, presumably in reference to the many submissions to review before she, along with Justices Paulette Williams and David Fraser, makes a highly anticipated decision regarding whether Kartel and his crew will be freed or the matter returned to the Supreme Court for retrial. Addressing the court, the Crown said it appreciated that the court may find that there was a breach of the accused's constitutional rights, but said the next step should be the examination of the appropriate remedy. These safeguards include an order for an expedition of the matter, the granting of bail for the accused, and legal aid where the accused have indicated they will soon not be able to afford their lawyers due to the financial strain 13 years of court processes have had on their pockets. Soufrière continues to make its mark as one of the leading communities for activities. As part of the preparations for Soufrière Carnival 2024, the organizing committee says this year will be bigger and better than last year. Soufrière Carnival is slated for July 28th and 29th, and this year a packed calendar has been released for the season.
So we're really looking forward to an exciting season. For those who don't know, we also have a Calypso competition. Soup X will be the Calypso tent for Soufrière Carnival this year as well.
Finally from us this morning, the Bocage Secondary School is promoting literacy awareness in a unique way. The school recently hosted a book fair. The novels displayed at the book fair initiative are authored by students enrolled at the Bocage Secondary School. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre paid a surprise visit to the learning institution to engage with the budding authors. The St. Lucian leader purchased books from each of the new authors and took the opportunity to also read to a group of young students during his visit.
Butterflies start fluttering about, painting the air with their vibrant colors. But did you know that there's more to these delicate creatures than just their beauty? St. Lucia is known for its writers, its poets. There's Derek Walcott. Then you have Derek Walcott, who won the Nobel Prize, which is world-renowned. But you also have other poets. You have MacDonald Dixon, we have Robert Lee, we have Lucien. St. Lucia is known for writers and poets and people with dramatic talent. So you can become one of them. You must never let anybody tell you you cannot achieve the highest heights.
And as a broadcast, thank you so much for watching. Our next news major is at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thanks, Kendall. Let's take a short break and come right back. Excited to introduce this segment because we caught up with two young female aspiring architects from the South Louis Community College. Annabelle and Jelani, these are two upcoming architectures. Yeah, architectures, that's right. Architects.
Yeah.
Oh, architects. You see, they're going to get it right for me. Ladies, I am very impressed. Of course, this is a male-dominated field for quite some decades right now, and you guys have decided to step into that field. Tell me why. Tell me about it.
Well, I've always been interested in architecture since I was a little girl. I admire these historic buildings, and I am one that wants to preserve and
Oh.
preserve it.
Oh, you like the old school thing? Ah, yeah, I like that. No, that's my kind of girl. What about you? Why did you decide to get into it?
For me, it was another aspect of design, as well as my family into building carpentry and humana. So construction workers, I decided to find out how or who's in charge of building those structures and finding out how to come up with the concepts, come up with the designs.
What
the
did your family
plans.
think about it when you tell them this is what I want to do?
My father was very excited because he had another architect in his field.
Oh,
Somebody
well,
who
at least. What about you? Your family, how did they feel about you in that field?
Well, I have some family members I have an uncle who's a carpenter, an auntie who's a carpenter also, so they're all excited about me becoming an architect.
Right. No, you all must have vision, like where you want to go with this. You know, what are some of these are all your drawings?
Yes.
Wow. So big time. When I'm ready for my house, somebody need to speak, you know. Somebody gonna have to stand up. What you said you like the traditional building. What about the design that you were drawn to?
What part of the designing process?
No. What type of which type of design excites you?
I like more traditional. To me, the modern is more taken out of the history of our island and certain aspects of people in general.
Okay.
But I appreciate the modern aspect as well in terms of more simplistic designs.
Right, but you like traditional house with
I
the little
prefer
veranda,
traditional,
and you know you could wave from your veranda kind of thing. Them kind of box thing now they're really pulling you in. That's interesting, you know, because they are the future. You understand? Here we are thinking, well, that is all they're gonna be into, and I doubt with my little traditional tasting thing. Say, boy, there could be a time where every time I'm ready to build my house, you're gonna have nobody that wants to build the kind of house I want to build. But here we have two young ladies who are very much, you know, into the traditional type of building, and I like that. Absolutely. Right. Let's talk about now in terms of career paths. You know, you go into the South Louis Community College, right?
Yes.
A lot of the time, people tend to downplay these sort of technical subjects. You know, they make it look like, well, you know, unless you're doing the academic, you know, the book thing, you know, you're kind of like slow. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because we're now seeing a big shift and a push in terms of trying to encourage these technical subjects, because we're realizing that if we really want to be successful as a people, we need to go to that route. So are you aware of that sort of environment?
Yes.
Well, I think it's because most persons are drawn to the office jobs, like they're inside, and they want to be more.
They dress up with heels and things.
Soft life.
Soft life. I like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the building technology department is very difficult, I would say, but it's manageable if you know what you're doing.
Right. What about you? What's
For
your take
me,
on all of that?
First of all, the idea of it not being a very more technical and less book smart department is kind of a little wrong, because we have to know all the sciences so that your building doesn't fall down,
That's
that you're
right.
safe. Physics is a very big part of it. The chemistry for the building supplies, materials. So you're supposed to be able to have all that knowledge and give somebody else, impart that knowledge onto your workers as well. What was the other question?
They're just basically the myth. That's a myth, and we
Yeah.
need to change the mindset
It's
when it comes to
definitely
that.
not what people will say or rumors
That it is.
department.
Well, listen, ladies, I am quite excited as a woman myself to see you guys in that field. So I'm coming back in about how much years to give you all?
Yeah.
5 years?
A little
In
bit.
5 years. So I need to make sure I'm ready to build a house in 5 years and check you guys in 5 years' time.
Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. Thank you and all the best in your field. All right, I
Same
look
to
forward
you.
to the future of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And in this segment, well, the carnival season, the cultural carnival season is here. And obviously there's no shortage of avenues to catch up with some of our creatives. And Carlton Roberts is quite an interesting one. He could be considered a veteran in the business. So we caught up with him and we profited the opportunity to talk about some vital things. I don't know if anybody knows this gentleman, you know, but that is CR.
CR again?
That is it, Carlton Roberts. You know, last year was my first introduction to this gentleman. That's me being honest. But apparently that's not St. Lucia's first introduction.
Nah.
You've been around.
I've been around.
You've been there, but you've been living overseas?
Yes.
Right.
Toronto.
Toronto, to be exact. Last year, you definitely came back into the thing. You stamp your ID, like God rest his soul, Ricardo Drew say. You stamp your ID on the whole thing. And here you are again this year, forwarding into the semi-final round of both competitions.
Both competitions,
Tell me about it, man.
You know, after last year, just trying to build on our consistency, build on our brand. We went back into the studio and tweaked a certain few things, you know. Went back into the gym and just tried to get ourselves at a certain level. So it's rewarding to see that hard work paid off. You know, being in both semi-finals is a personal feat for me. It's a first for that. So we're just excited. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Right. Being back down on the ground, seeing the environment, of course, quite a number of music and musicians are on board doing their thing. What is your mindset like? What are you thinking about the season so far? Where do you see it as we stand?
So far, just like last year, the season starts off with a bang. Like you said, lots of music, lots of artists trying to put their hand in it, you know, and rightfully so. We have a good product here, and we're going to keep working and tweaking on that product. As for me, I'm just a fan of music. I just want to have fun and let's do it, you know.
Your thing,
yeah. So I'm not worried. I'm not, you know, that energy of just being that fan and having fun. That's what will translate on stage. You know,
you just love the vibe. Yeah. Now, I'm asking you this because you've lived overseas. You live in Toronto. You got Toronto, the Caribana. Caribana. Right. So you've done that. You've seen other islands performing, doing their thing. So I am asking that in light of, like you mentioned, the product in St. Lucia, you are now able to give us a roundup because you've seen what all the other islands are offering up there at the Caribana stage. So now, are you proud of where we are right now in terms of quality of our music?
I'm very proud. I'm extremely proud. You know, that's why I'm a part of it. I wouldn't be a part of anything that's not good. And for me, seeing the progression from then when I was a critic to now where I'm an active participant, it's been a blessing to see that, you know, some of the messages that have gone out have been heard by the artists, by the writers, you know, even by the public, by, you know, what songs they accept and what songs they don't accept, you know. So it's been wonderful to see that vehicle go in that proper positive direction. So yes.
Now, as a man, a veteran in the thing, I'm going to ask you this because I recently had a reason, and I think I just see Sidale had to come out and give a short apology, right. You know, and I was saying that to somebody just recently. I was having that conversation in terms of a lot of our young artists when they are booked to perform at events, school events. I've noticed something, and I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but I'm thinking we have recognized it now, that they are not aware of how to tweak their music or to fit an audience that is a minor audience. And is that something that, you know, I think we should start having that conversation. So I'm just throwing it out there now for that. But I want to get your feedback.
Very important conversation to be had. I witnessed it myself last week or week before last, and I was thinking the same thing. So, hey, we're performing for school kids, you know. I witnessed a show actually maybe about 4 or 5 years ago where an artist was performing and the front of the stage was lined with kids, you know. Now, yes, that's a show and they should have been there, but now that we're going to their schools, now we're taking the fight to them. We need to have a catalog that's wide enough that we could do other songs that are compatible and palatable to school children versus, well, that's what I have and you book me so I come in and sing that.
Right. But even then, with what you have, you could be intelligent enough to tweak the lyrics.
You should be.
Yeah, to suit the audience.
With the power of our words, we are grooming a nation. So it's important that we watch what we say, when we say, and to whom we say it.
Absolutely. You know, we want to end on that note. Carlton, how are we following you?
Instagram at Carlton Roberts 758, Facebook Carlton Roberts, WhatsApp, Maureen have my number.
Your music is on all digital platforms.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Carlton Roberts 758. We everywhere. We
Absolutely.
everywhere.
We want to wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
To the competition, man.
Let me thank the fans. Let me thank you guys. You guys doing an awesome job bringing out the music, bringing out the faces. So we want you to continue doing what you're doing. On behalf of the artists, I thank you.
Thank you, brother. All the best.
Much pleasure.
Wonderful. CR it is.
Lucia, baby!
And welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine is Sarah and myself, Shani. Let's get ready to flaunt with the SocaCize. This morning we will be doing a bacchanal warm-up routine. Let's get ready to flaunt with the SocaCize. Cross, cross, head. 4, 3, 2, and again. 2 more. Last one. Push back and twist. And hold it there. 4, 3, 2, push back. And hey. 4, 3, 2, squeeze. And 4, 3, 2, 1, drop it out. Hey! 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 up. Up, push. Awa, we're not doing it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Last one. Cross, knee. Hey! One more. Push. And hey. Hold it. Push, push. 4, 3, 2, squeeze it. 4, 3, 2, 1, hey. 4, 3, 2 up, let's go. We will. Oh no. Last one. Cross, knee. Hey. Last one. Push. Hold it. Take it up. Roll it. Push, push. Take it up. And squeeze it. Four, 3, 2, 1. Pop it out. Four, 3, 2, 1. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Have a wonderful day.
Right, well, there you go. That is our Monday inspiration. I hope that you were inspired in some way or the other. Go on out and be great. And remember, productivity. Put the shoulders to the wheel. Let we work.